How to book your IQD and VND exchange, call script and appointment tips revealed. IQD and VND Iraqi Dinar, with the intro of your channel RV News. All written in paragraph form with no headings. Welcome back to RV News, your trusted channel for breaking updates, insider intel, and everything you need to know about the global currency revaluation, especially when it comes to the Iraqi Dinar and the Vietnamese Dong. If you're holding IQD or VND and have been waiting for that pivotal moment to finally exchange, this video is absolutely critical. Today, we're diving into exactly how to book your exchange appointment, what to say when you make that first call, and what tips can help you walk into your appointment confidently and walk out successfully. Whether you're part of Tier 4B or simply an individual currency holder trying to navigate the process, this is your complete guide, no fluff, just the essentials you need now. First and foremost, the exchange process begins with knowing who to call, based on current reports and verified leaks from multiple banking contacts. Tier 1 and Tier 2 banks across the US, including Wells Fargo, Chase, Bank of America, and HSBC, have designated call centers and redemption desks already in place. Once the green light is officially given, and signs suggest we are extremely close, 1 to 800 numbers will begin circulating through secure and vetted intel channels. These numbers will be used to initiate your appointment booking. It is vital that you do not attempt to walk into your bank with your currency in hand before calling ahead, as the initial phase of exchanges is by appointment only. Now, let's talk about what happens once you have that number. You're going to need a clear, concise call script to follow when booking your appointment. This ensures you stay calm, professional, and avoid saying anything that could disqualify you from accessing special contract rates or tiered redemption opportunities. When the representative picks up, your tone should be respectful but direct. Here's an example of how your call might go. Hello, I'm calling to schedule an appointment regarding a currency exchange. I understand you're facilitating. I currently hold Iraqi Dinar and Vietnamese Dong, and would like to speak with someone about redemption options and appointment availability. At this point, the agent may ask you a few basic questions to verify who you are and what currency you're looking to exchange. They may ask how much currency you have, but be cautious. It's generally advised not to give exact amounts over the phone. Instead, you could say, I'd prefer to discuss amounts in person during my appointment, but I can confirm that I have a significant amount of both IQD and VND. The key here is to stay vague but cooperative. If they press you for an estimate, you can say, I understand the process includes in-person verification, so I'd be more comfortable discussing those details once I'm with an exchange officer. Once they've confirmed your interest and location, you'll likely be assigned to a redemption center closest to your address. It's essential to have your personal information ready: name, address, a valid phone number, and email for confirmation. You may also be given a reference number or QR code that you'll need to bring to your appointment. Write this down or store it securely. Now, let's go over a few tips to prepare you for that crucial exchange day. First, documentation. You'll need 2 forms of ID, preferably a government-issued photo ID, like a driver's license or passport, along with a second form such as a social security card, utility bill, or bank statement with your name and address. Bring copies as well, just in case. Next, your currency should be bundled, counted, and sorted by denomination in a clear, organized manner. Using Ziploc bags or plastic currency sleeves is recommended. Avoid rubber bands or loose stacks. You don't want to appear unprepared or disorganized in front of exchange officials. Now, let's talk rate expectations and negotiation tips. If you are offered the default rate, you have every right to ask about available contract rates, but do so respectfully and without sounding demanding. For example, during your appointment, if the initial rate is presented as $3.91 for the Iraqi Dinar, you might ask, are there contract or sovereign rates available for clients with humanitarian projects or structured payout preferences? This is the language many insiders say has been used successfully by others in private exchanges. And if you are planning to present a humanitarian project, you should bring a 1-page summary of your proposed initiative. It doesn't need to be complicated, just clear, focused, and credible. Banks may require you to place your funds in a structured account, possibly with oversight. If you're pursuing higher contract rates based on humanitarian efforts, have a list of key bullet points about your project, including location, goal, and estimated budget, just to show you've done your homework. Let's shift gears a bit and address some appointment day logistics. Most exchange centers are high-security environments. Expect to pass through security screening similar to an airport. Dress professionally, business casual, at minimum. First impressions matter. You want to appear calm, credible, and serious. Avoid bringing unnecessary guests with you unless absolutely required. Some banks have said they may allow one companion, such as a spouse or financial advisor, but call ahead to confirm. Do not bring large bags or unrelated items with you. Upon arrival, you'll check in using your reference number or QR code. A bank officer or redemption agent will greet you and take you through the verification process. They will count and authenticate your currency on site using De La Rue machines or other high-speed scanning equipment. Be patient. This can take a few minutes, especially if you're exchanging a large amount. Once verified, they'll present you with your rate options and walk you through the terms. This is where preparation pays off. If you've done your research, you'll know what rates are being offered for IQD and VND across different tiers. Don't hesitate to ask questions if something isn't clear. But remember, this is not the place to argue. If a rate seems unfair, you can politely decline or ask to speak with a senior exchange officer. Now, let's cover what happens after your exchange is complete. You will likely be asked how you want your funds dispersed. Most high-value exchanges will not result in a cash payout. Instead, your funds will be placed into a newly created account, often a structured account or special high-security account, and a portion may be available for immediate use. Some banks may offer a prepaid debit card with an initial balance, while the rest of the funds will be available once your identity and documentation are fully verified and cleared through internal compliance. This process can take anywhere from 24 to 72 hours. You should also be prepared to meet with a wealth manager or private banker following your exchange. In fact, some exchange centers will book this meeting for you on the spot. This is your chance to discuss long-term financial planning, structured payouts, trusts, tax strategies, and asset protection. If you haven't already, it's wise to begin researching financial advisors and tax professionals in advance, so you can bring their names to the table when discussing your next steps. Let's touch briefly on tax implications. As of this recording, there's still some debate around whether IQD and VND revalued gains will be considered capital gains, ordinary income, or treated as a non-taxable event under certain structures. While we are not offering financial advice, many experts recommend you treat this as a taxable event until official guidance is released. Setting aside a portion of your exchange proceeds, some suggest 20% to 30%, into a separate account for tax purposes is a prudent move. A qualified CPA or tax attorney familiar with currency transactions is essential for post-exchange planning. Finally, let's address security and privacy. After your exchange, your name could end up on call lists for investment firms, charities, and more. Be proactive about your privacy. Ask your bank about confidentiality policies and whether you can opt out of marketing. Consider changing your phone number and email post-exchange if you want to limit exposure. And remember, do not advertise your wealth. Avoid telling neighbors, posting online, or flashing newfound assets. You are your own best security system. So, to summarize, getting your IQD and VND exchanged is a process that requires clarity, calm, and preparation. Know who to call, what to say, and what to bring. Practice your call script in advance. Keep your paperwork in order. Be professional during your appointment. Know your rate tiers, and be ready to ask about contract rates and humanitarian projects. And finally, be smart about your financial planning and security after the exchange is complete. This process is not just about exchanging currency. It's about stepping into a new financial reality responsibly. Many have waited years, even decades, for this moment. Don't let lack of preparation cost you what could be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. With the right mindset, planning, and attention to detail, you can walk into your appointment with confidence and walk out empowered, secure, and on your way to a brand new financial chapter. Thank you for tuning in to RV News, where we bring you the most up-to-date, accurate, and actionable information in the global revaluation space. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss an update. We'll continue to keep our ears to the ground and our sources ready to deli.